fuel from Tanzania have arrived in the country, and the body of late traditional authority Mgulumia laid to rest in Machinga. Well, I'm glad you could join us. All is set for the Mission 300 Energy Summit, which is expected to take place on Monday and Tuesday in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. The conference is the first in the continent's quest to connect 300 million of its population to electricity by 2030. Malawi High Commissioner to Tanzania, Andrew Kumwenda, has emphasized the importance of cooperation between Malawi, Tanzania and other countries in increasing access to electricity. The National Oil Company of Malawi says at least 200 fuel tankers have arrived in the country through the Songwe border from Tanzania and has assured people that logistical challenges which was experienced and affected delivery have been dealt with. Among the challenges were delays in clearing fuel tracks by the Tanzania Tanzania Revenue Authority following a system upgrade. In an interview with NBC, NOCMA's spokesperson Raymond Likambale says apart from the 200, more tracks are assigned to deliver the 51.5 million litres will continue arriving. We have a report.
In an interview, spokesperson for the National Oil Company of Malawi, NOCMA, Raymond Likambale, confirmed that 200 fuel tankers have arrived in the country the past 24 hours through Songwe border from the port of Tanga in Tanzania, where loading of fuel, which government procured, continues. Raymond Likambale assured Malawians that their intention remains to beat the 30-day deadline to have all the 51.5 million litres delivered into the country. Hence, they have solicited additional tankers from a number of neighboring countries to speed up delivery of fuel products into Malawi and avert fuel scarcity. Despite some logistical challenges, such as the recent system upgrade works at Tanzania Revenue Authority, Likambale said NOCMA and other players are working around the clock to ensure all the fuel procured under the government-to-government arrangement is delivered. Riding under the government-to-government arrangement, Government of Malawi procured 51.5 million litres of both diesel and petrol from the United Arab Emirates. Isaac Jali, NBC, Lilongwe.
Human rights civil society organizations in the country say Malawi has achieved significant progress in the sector over 30 years of operationalizing the Beijing Platform for Gender Equality, with women now recognized across all sectors and a reduction in gender-based violence cases. This was disclosed at a reflection meeting in Doha, where civil society human rights organizations, in collaboration with the government, reviewed progress in promoting gender equality and empowering women ahead of the Commission on the Status of Women CSW General Assembly in March this year. Eunice Jovu reports.
Since 1995, when the Beijing Platform for Gender Equality was established, various civil society organizations in the country have been working tirelessly to promote women, who are often marginalized in many sectors, and end gender-based violence. According to Emma Kalia of the Malawi Human Rights Resource Center, the fight has not been in vain, as different sectors have made significant progress in achieving gender equality.
Media sector had very few women. I can start from there. The civil service had very few women in the top positions, but now we have a lot of women heading different departments, but also heading big institutions like the Ombudsman's Office, the Royal Commission, and many others, including the SPC. When we come to issues of gender-based violence, it was difficult. That was the most difficult part. Nobody understood even the language of violence against women. Going to police, it was like, you are coming here to do what? These are family matters, go back. But now you can enter a victim support unit. You'd be able to, they will attend to you and also assist you. Is that not progress enough?
The fight for gender equality has also involved youth-led civil society organizations whose primary focus is on ending child marriages and keeping girls in school. Hastings Saka of the Malawi Sexual Reproductive Health Alliance noted that while Malawi has made progress in the sector, the overdependence on donors poses a threat to sustain these efforts.
So you will see that indeed issues are still negative as far as the 12 pillars under the Beijing conference are concerned. But we could also celebrate from the report itself that some progress has been made. For example, in terms of knowledge, as far as human rights and women's rights are concerned, I think there's some progress. In terms of cases of sexual gender-based violence, you saw the report from the ministry to say in terms of defilement, I think we have reduced. Of course, the percentage is not that much. It's about 20% or so.
From the government's perspective, the fight against gender inequality and gender-based violence in the country is on track, as Deputy Director of Gender in the Ministry of Gender, Fred Simwaka, explains.
We can say we have achieved, we can give ourselves maybe 60%. The major reason is the competing priorities in terms of resources. You know, as a country, our economy, where we are, we have to prioritize. There are issues of human rights which are equally important, but you look at maybe issues of education, you look at issues of health, where you focus very much.
The Ministry of Gender, in collaboration with the human rights civil society organizations, is consolidating the gains made in the sector to present at the 69th session of the Commission on Status of Women, CSW 69, scheduled for March this year. Eunice Jovu, MBC, Lilongwe.
The Southern Africa Development Community SADC has expressed concern at the recent attack on its soldiers who are on a mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. SADC has condemned the aggression by the M23 rebels operating in the eastern DRC, saying such actions undermine the sovereignty, territorial integrity and peace and security of the DRC and the SADC region. More in this report.
The regional body says the pursuit of territorial expansion by M23 only worsens the already existing dire humanitarian and security situation in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. It says this has left thousands of people dead and forced millions in North Kivu, particularly women, children, the elderly, and persons with disabilities, to flee their homes. During the fierce battle, 3 Malawian soldiers have been killed and 9 South African National Defense Force members were also killed and scores injured. These members were part of the contingent deployed in the Eastern DRC in December 2023 as part of the 16-member SADC mission, and the 2 members were from the United Nations Organization Stabilization Mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo, MONUSCO. The death toll from fighting between peacekeeping soldiers and M23 rebels in eastern Congo has reached 13, authorities said. According to the body, M23 rebels launched a full-scale attack on their troops to take control of Goma, the capital of North Kivu province. SADC condemned attack on its mission by the M23 armed group, saying such actions undermine the sovereignty, territorial integrity, and peace and security of the DRC, Congo, and the SADC region.
World Vision Malawi has distributed relief items worth 60 million kwacha to over 500 people who fled Mozambique due to civil unrest and are now living at Chabuka camp in Sanje. Speaking to MBC, the organization's program manager, Samson Semu, said World Vision is ready to reach other camps as the number of people fleeing the political violence in Mozambique has now reached about 7,000 in the country. Semu spoke to Mphatso Tebulo.
Today we are here at Chabuka holding camp, where we have just over 556 households that have been displaced from Mozambique because of the political conflicts that have been happening there after the elections. So these people have started arriving at this camp on 24th December 2024. And as an institution, which is also concerned responding to emergencies when they happen like this one. We thought it wise to come and provide some relief items to our colleagues who have been here since then. So today we are providing some flour, we are providing some soy pieces, we are also providing some plastic cups and plates, we are also providing some blankets and some mosquito nets, considering that most of the people that are here are sleeping on bare ground.
This is MBC News with me, Kumbukani Piri, alongside Lynn Mponda, my sign language interpreter tonight. Our top stories. Malawi is expected to benefit from the Mission 300 Energy Summit set to take place on Monday and Tuesday in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Over 200 tankers carrying fuel from Tanzania have arrived in the country, and the body of late Traditional Authority Mgulumia laid to rest in Machinga.
UNICAF University was actually the best choice for me and the best fit.
You can be the next success story. Enroll in Anche accredited bachelor's program for just 159,000 kwacha per month to study online or on campus. Get a world-class education right here in Malawi. For more information, call us on 0993 907 002 to secure your offer today.
Welcome back to MBC News. Government has expressed commitment to continue supporting small businesses in order to encourage their growth in line with aspirations of the Malawi 2063. Director for Small Medium Enterprises, Cooperatives and Value Addition in the Ministry of Trade, Limbikani Kajiwaya, said this when he visited Tuitule Concept Cooperative Wine Production in Karonga. More in this report by Henry Haukea, read by Rudovico Nyirenda.
What started like a small venture in the early 2000s has today grown into a full wine production initiative, with the owners looking forward to become hungry for more growth. Registered in 2012, Tuitule Concept Cooperative Wine Production produces wine from a wide range of fruits like tamarind, mangoes, bananas, pawpaws, and others. Speaking when officials from the Ministry of Trade and COMSIP visited the cooperative, chairperson for Tuitule, Elines Mwakavanga, said their desire is to become a fully fledged wine manufacturing company with the ability to produce on a big scale. She appealed to Malawi Bureau of Standards to speed up the process of certification of their wine. Director for Small Medium Enterprises, Cooperatives and Value Addition in the Ministry of Trade, Limbikani Kajiwaya, urged the grouping to identify land for the construction of a factory and use opportunities like agriculture commercialization, AGICOM program, and the need to finance their project.
Government has put a number of initiatives to make sure that these cooperatives, they utilize such opportunities that government has created. As I'm speaking now, through the National Economic Empowerment Fund, there is a specifically loan product for our cooperatives. Mike is also helping or working with a number of cooperatives, and you may be aware under AGICOM, there are a number of opportunities that are there. So with these opportunities that government has created, our focus is to make sure that we capacitate our primary cooperatives so that they are able to grab these opportunities. You may be aware also that the government approved, I should say cabinet, last year approved the National Cooperative Development Policy. This is also another milestone within the cooperative movement.
Cooperative Development and Investment Officer at COMSIP, Paul Kamwendo, said they will continue to train cooperatives to enhance their production.
COMSIP is very happy, and this year we have launched our strategy, the marketing strategy, that is there to link our cooperatives, their products, to the local market, the regional market, and the international market. So today we are very happy that as we are launching this strategy on marketing linkage, we have seen that one of it that COMSIP have done, as this is a cooperative that was registered in 2012, and we have been assisting them with so many trainings towards certifying this product. So we are, as COMSIP, very happy that today we'll be talking of the wine that can also go on the international market.
Twiture COMSIP Cooperative Wine Production has got 36 members and has made up to 56 million kwacha.
Institute of Marketing in Malawi, IMM, has partnered the ICT Association of Malawi, ICTAM, to promote training and skills development programs among its members. Speaking in Blantyre during the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding, IMM President George Damson said the initiative aims to empower members of the two entities and the public by addressing critical topics in ICT and marketing. Damson gives details.
For us as Institute of Marketing in Malawi, we value this agreement because it's going to add value to our members in terms of upskilling, learning new skills, and also for ICTAM, as you have heard their Vice President say, they are also going to benefit from our expertise as marketers. But over and above that, for us as Institute of Marketing in Malawi, we are taking a very strong stance on the MW 2063 vision. You'll find out that one of the key pillars in the MW 2063 is human development, human capacity development. So this agreement is going to enable us to achieve that milestone as we continue to work hand in hand with the government to develop skills for both the marketers and the ICT guys.
As ICT, we work on the innovations, but we lack sometimes in terms of how we market our products. So we can do some developments that as ICT can do, the innovation that we can do, but we lack the marketing element on which we thought it wise to say that we need to collaborate with IMM and make sure that we understand in terms of how we can market our solutions that we develop. There are so many solutions that are going to come out from this MOU. Number one, in terms of the trainings. I would say that maybe marketing would be talking about AI, but if they don't understand how AI works, we need expertise. So the expertise comes from the ICT Association, where we're going to provide this expertise in terms of the trainings that we're going to handle together.
Illicit charcoal trade is wreaking havoc on Kotakota's forests, with deforestation becoming a growing concern. Principal Forest Officer George Zibope made the remarks when a Central Region Informal Sector Training Providers Association planted trees at Kotakota LEA Primary School. We have a report.
Kotakota's forests are being destroyed at an alarming rate due to the illegal charcoal trade. Principal Forest Officer George Zibope has revealed that the illegal charcoal production is contributing significantly to environmental degradation in the district. He said there is a need for concerted efforts to fight the charcoal trade, and he paints a picture of what is happening on the ground.
Have got a challenge of charcoal production, and you find that most of the people that are producing charcoal in Kotakota, they are coming from Lilongwe, and most of the charcoal is not used in Kotakota. It is used in other districts such as Lilongwe and Indowa. So they just come here to produce, and they transfer the charcoal to those other districts. Or as a Department of Forest, we play a significant role, joint with the Department of Police and African Parks, trying to impound those people that are producing charcoal. But most of the charcoal, they do go to Lilongwe, but sometimes we do impound maybe 200 or 500 bags per month, sometimes 100. But most of the charcoal, we fail to impound them because they use uncharted routes sometimes, which even the police can't manage to trace them.
With this background, Central Region Informal Sector Training Providers Association CRISTIPA led communities surrounding Kotakota LEA School in a tree planting exercise to inculcate in the learners of the dangers that arise when the environment has been degraded. Chairperson of CRISTIPA, Bashiu Ziada, explained that the trees planted, including fruit trees, are vital for reforestation and will benefit learners nutritionally. Kotakota District Chairperson for CRISTIPA, Greenwell Gondwe, explains.
Such exercises are of importance to the youth and to the nation, because in most cases we only think of maybe bulgum trees for timber and the like, and forget these part of fruits, because fruits is almost food and for people's health. That's why we've decided to plant it here, because there is a good thing to follow. Our colleagues from Ilovo, they are building a fence for this school. So we felt good that there will be security for these fruits from animals and others who are against such things. We have experienced a lot of droughts. That's why we are trying to build and plant to cover.
In addition to planting trees, Christopher donated uniforms to 42 learners and appealed for support for students with disabilities at the school. According to Christopher chairperson Bashir Ziada, the students face challenges like lack of hostels, resource rooms, and essential learning materials. The organization is calling on the community in Nkhotakota to adopt sustainable fuel alternatives and replant NFL trees to ensure Nkhotakota's forests remain intact for future generations. McDonald Chiwayula, MBC News, Nkhotakota.
The Movement for Environmental Action, MAA, has reaffirmed its commitment to working with communities to plant more trees across the country, ensuring sustainable reforestation for the future. MAE co-chairperson Matthews Malata made these remarks at Chimwasongwe Primary School in Traditional Authority Chimuto in Lilongwe, where the organization conducted a tree planting exercise for the second consecutive year. We have this report by Tiamike Kamanga, read by Eunice Jovu.
Speaking at the ceremony, Malata emphasized that MIA is collaborating with diverse groups to ensure community ownership and the sustainability of the project. He further urged individuals and organizations to support the initiative by providing tree seedlings to create a greener environment for future generations.
I believe that all is not well because we still have got people that are only participating in destroying these forests. They're still burning charcoal. They're still producing, timber, logging, illegal logging, and we hope that we can really also be serious in terms of law enforcement. Look at the situation in Zomba. It's quite pathetic. Zalanyama, Michiru, Perekezi Forest in the north. I believe if we can step up our law enforcement, we can be able to mitigate some of the challenges.
Meanwhile, Malika Zone Primary School Education Advisor Stenza Sendema assured that bylaws would be put in place to protect the planted trees and ensure their maturity. Sendema also commended MIA's efforts at the school, noting that the initiative would significantly help protect the school during natural disasters such as strong winds.
Mechanism has been put in place. The first thing is to make sure that every learner around and even the community has been given also a seedling to plant in their homes so that they can see the importance of the trees. In addition to that, we have also come up with the security guards, of which they will be looking into that during the day as well as during the period where the livestock are out of the hands of the people.
MIA has pledged to continue planting trees across the country during this tree planting season. This aligns with the Malawi 2063 Environmental Sustainability Agenda and the organization's initiative to restore green spaces in urban areas and communities through its Green Schools, Green Future project.
The body of Traditional Authority Ngulumia of Machinga has been laid to rest at her Likwenu headquarters in the district. The chief died on Saturday after a short illness. Owen Mavula with a report.
Allahu Akbar.
People of all walks of life gathered in grief to pay their last respects to late Traditional Authority Ngulumia at a burial ceremony held at Likwenu headquarters in Machinga district. Among those who gathered to pay their last respects were traditional leaders from Mangochi, Zomba and Balaka, as well as religious leaders and representatives of different political parties. Speaking during the funeral ceremony, Principal Secretary for the Ministry of Local Government, Unity and Culture, Dr. Elizabeth Gomani Chindevu, said President Dr. Lazarus Chakwera was saddened by the death of Chief Ngulumia, the only female TA in Machinga, who was known for her love, trustworthiness and efforts to unite people in her area. The Principal Secretary then advised all family parties to take their time and work together in selecting the right successor who will continue to unite the people and bring development to the area.
We encourage the bereaved family that when it is time to do so, all of them should sit down together and discuss amicably without pointing fingers at one another for them to nominate the right person, because at the end of the day, we as government we wouldn't want here to be wrangles, people fighting for who should come in to take the place. We are advising them that they should do it peacefully, amicably among themselves to ensure that peace is maintained.
On his part, Paramount Chief Kawinga of Machinga District, who spoke on behalf of Yao chiefs, emphasized the importance of respecting culture and following the country's laws to ensure a smooth and timely succession process. According to Paramount Kawinga, there are many cases of chieftainship wrangles in the country which are hindering development. A representative of the bereaved family, Senior Chief Nkola, expressed gratitude for the care and support during Ngulumia's illness. Traditional authority Ngulumia, whose real name is Margaret Askim Mulomba, was born on 12th October 1971 and is survived by 4 children and 2 grandchildren. She was installed as traditional authority in 2023. Owen Mavula, MBC, Machinga.
Well, may her soul rest in peace. And that's it for MBC News. A reminder of our top stories. Malawi is expected to benefit from the Mission 300 Energy Summit set to take place on Monday and Tuesday in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Over 200 tankers carrying fuel from Tanzania have arrived in the country, and the body of late Traditional Authority Ngulumia laid to rest in Machinga. You can keep abreast with our news on our digital platforms by scanning the QR code at the top right corner of your TV screen, or get the latest news by subscribing to our SMS services by dialing *364#. You've been with me, Kumbukani Piri, and Lily Mponda was our sign language interpreter tonight. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.
Good evening and welcome. Rains are still persistent over Malawi. Therefore, the threat of flash flood is